Okay, so, hi, hello, welcome back to another Creepypasta story video. Today, Creepypasta we're going to be reading is called The Good Ole Days, but before we get into it, I do want to say a few things. First off, the day this video is going live will be 4th of July, and this story kind of has something related to 4th of July, so that's why I picked it. But also, this is a one take, so if you do hear me stumble, mumble, fumble, and mess up my words, I am sorry, this is a one take. I do have stuff to edit my videos right now, but I still need to find a good video editor that's free, because I am broke. So, that's where I'm at right now. But yeah, expect a edited video maybe in the next few months. But second thing I do want to say, please consider using code GOONS at gamersubs.gg. It's code GOONS. You use that to get 10% off at checkout. GamerSubs equivalent of Kool-Aid for adults that have caffeinated and non-caffeinated versions of the drinks. So, if you're interested in that, go check them out. The link is at the top of the description. They have flavors inspired by J Schlatt, Pay Money Wubby, and Shy Willy, and more. So, if that interests you, go check out the link at the top of the description. Okay, so, outside of that plugging of companies that don't even pay me for it, let's get into it. This creepypasta is called The Good Ole Days. The Good Ole Days. My life completely changed that day. The year was 1998. I was a punk kid who listened to Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, etc. I lived in a casual suburban town not too far away from Buffalo, New York. I enjoyed things like skateboarding, basketball, and playing the Les Paul that I got for my birthday. I lived near a wooden area that always had a faint light illuminating from what appeared to be an old shack. At night, I would look out my window in the direction of the light, and then the area around it, and around the area that it was coming from. I never told anyone about the light because at the time I wasn't concerned. About 2 months later, I got out of 7th grade and was glad that summer had finally come. I would often escape with my friends around the area of the woods, although each time we got closer to it, my friend, and let's call him Jonathan, one night noticed the light coming from the trees. I told him that it was coming from an old, ugly shack, and after that, he didn't seem too concerned about it. So we dropped the subject. On the 4th of July, my dad was hosting a neighborhood stakeout. Me and Jonathan had stolen some firecrackers that we found in a box in the back of an old Volvo. And around 8 p.m., mostly everybody had arrived. We ate dinner while our folks had a few drinks. Me and Jonathan were feeling adventurous, so we asked my dad, who already had a few beers, if we could go explore in the woods. He said it was fine, but not to get ourselves killed. We then headed off towards the shack, curious of what's inside. After about 10 minutes, we were out of sight from my house, but we had finally come across the shack. The light shined extremely bright, and it turned out to be an old Victorian-style lantern, sitting on a wooden desk with a single drawer. I opened the door, and inside was a bronze key with a goat's head on top. We scratched our heads wondering what the key was for, until we noticed a keyhole on the wood-paneled floor. Jonathan and I hesitated for a few minutes, debating on if we should open the latch. He eventually stepped up and opened it. The hatch made an ear-piercing creak as it opened. We were confronted by a set of old stone steps leading to what appeared to be some sort of chamber. Jonathan led the way, and as we made our way through the hellhole. After multiple twists and turns, I said, "There's nothing here, let's go." And Jonathan agreed, but right as we turned around, something caught our ears. "They're coming to get you, Barbara." Being a horror fanatic, I knew that famous line was coming from the classic Night of the Living Dead. The line repeated over and over, and we decided to keep going. We found a dead end with 2 rooms on either side, and we decided to look in one of them on the right first, but there was nothing there. As I turned around facing the left, something horrifying entered my line of sight. Sitting in a metal chair was a creature, covered in dry blood, wearing a black coat. The most disturbing feature was his face. It had the head of a goat with black and dead eyes. It had a smile carved onto his face, revealing bone. I ran faster than I ever had, and I looked behind me one last time. It had Jonathan. He was kicking and screaming, but it dragged him and threw him into the room with a loud thud, and then it came after me. And I ran through the maze like a passage, until I found the stairs again. I slammed the hatch as hard as I could and ran back home, and after I got back, I told my parents that Jonathan is missing. Then I proceeded to tell a terrible lie, concerned that the creature would come for me if I told others of its existence. They never found Jonathan's body, and they even searched the shack. I lived in the house for another year or so until my parents deemed it an unsafe area. I still thought about the thing every night when I closed my eyes. The thing that haunts me the most is that I may never know what happened to Jonathan. Was he taken to another dimension? Is he hidden somewhere? Is he still alive? I might not ever find out, but that thing is still out there, and it wants a sacrifice. I have come to believe that it will hunt down anybody who knows it exists. I'm so sorry, but now it's your turn. From Tyler. Okay, so that was the Good Ole Days. I only really picked it because it had a mention of 4th of July. I don't think there really is any 4th of July creepypastas out there that I can necessarily find. But hey, it is what it is, so hopefully y'all enjoyed the Good Ole Days. When I read it the first time, I actually read it a lot better than I did here on the recording. I don't know why. But hey, it is what it is. One takes are one take for a reason. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say, but I'll keep you guys here just for one more minute longer so I can get all my YouTube stuff and saying like and subscribe and all that stuff. But yeah, towards the end of the video, you will see something pop up on the screen. You will find the most recent video of mine, or the video before this one, and you will find a playlist of all my videos, the ones I did from last year to now. So if you're interested in that, go check them out. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Links are down below if you want to find me anywhere else. Code Goons are down there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Use code Goons, GOONS. I think I mentioned that earlier, but I forgot. But yeah, links down below if you want to follow me anywhere else, and all of that good stuff. So, outside of that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.